Welcome to this tutorial on Prometheus Alertmanager. In this video, we'll explore how to set up alerts for Kubernetes cluster issues. Alertmanager is a powerful tool that helps you monitor your infrastructure and get notified when problems occur. By the end of this tutorial, you'll understand how to configure and use Alertmanager to keep your cluster healthy and respond quickly to incidents. Alertmanager is a component that handles alerts sent by the Prometheus server and routes them to various notification channels. Think of it as a smart middleman between Prometheus and your communication tools. It performs 4 critical functions. First, it deduplicates and groups similar alerts together, so you don't get overwhelmed with duplicate notifications. Second, it allows you to silence alerts temporarily during maintenance windows. Third, it routes alerts to multiple receivers like email, Slack, or PagerDuty based on rules you define. And fourth, it manages alert inhibition, which means it can suppress certain alerts when related higher priority alerts are already firing. Let's understand how Alertmanager fits into the overall monitoring workflow. The architecture follows a simple 3-step process. First, Prometheus continuously evaluates alert rules against the metrics it collects from your cluster. When a rule condition is met, Prometheus generates an alert. Second, these alerts are sent to Alertmanager, which processes them according to your configuration. It groups similar alerts, applies routing rules, and handles deduplication. Finally, Alertmanager forwards the processed alerts to receivers, which are your notification endpoints like email, Slack, or PagerDuty. This separation of concerns allows Prometheus to focus on monitoring, while Alertmanager specializes in alert management. Installing Alertmanager on Kubernetes is straightforward using Helm charts. First, create a dedicated namespace called Monitoring to keep your monitoring tools organized. Then, add the Prometheus Community Helm repository, which contains the official Alertmanager chart. Finally, install Alertmanager using Helm into the monitoring namespace. This command deploys Alertmanager as a Kubernetes deployment along with a config map that stores its configuration. The Helm chart takes care of all the necessary Kubernetes resources, making the installation process simple and repeatable. The Alertmanager configuration file consists of 4 main sections. The global section contains default parameters that apply to all notifications, such as SMTP server settings or default timeouts. The root section is the heart of your configuration. It defines the routing tree that determines how alerts are grouped and which receiver should handle them. The receivers section contains the actual notification integration configurations, where you specify how to connect to services like Slack, email, or PagerDuty. Finally, the inhibit rules section allows you to suppress certain alerts based on conditions. For example, you might suppress node-level alerts when an entire cluster is down. Let's look at a basic Alertmanager configuration. In the global section, we set the resolve timeout to 5 minutes, which determines how long Alertmanager waits before considering an alert resolved if it stops firing. The root section defines the alert routing behavior. The group by parameter groups alerts by alert name and cluster, so related alerts are bundled together. Group wait is set to 10 seconds, meaning Alertmanager waits this long before sending the first notification for a new group. Group interval is also 10 seconds, controlling how often to send updates about existing groups. Repeat interval is set to 12 hours, which prevents sending the same alert too frequently. Finally, we specify a default receiver that will handle all alerts that don't match more specific routes. Before Alertmanager can process alerts, you need to define alert rules in Prometheus. Alert rules are organized into groups. Here, we create a group called Kubernetes Alerts. Within this group, we define an alert named High Pod Memory. The expression checks if container memory usage exceeds 1 GB. The for clause specifies that this condition must be true for 5 minutes before the alert fires, preventing false alarms from temporary spikes. We assign a severity label of warning to categorize this alert. The annotations section provides human-readable information. The summary describes what the alert means, which will appear in your notifications. Prometheus evaluates these rules continuously and sends matching alerts to Alertmanager. Let's explore some common alerts you should set up for Kubernetes monitoring. The node down alert triggers when a node becomes unreachable, indicating a potential hardware failure or network issue. Pod crash loop detects pods that are repeatedly restarting, which usually signals application configuration problems or resource constraints. High CPU usage monitors when containers or nodes consume excessive CPU, helping you identify performance bottlenecks before they impact users. Disk pressure alerts warn you when nodes are running low on disk space, which can cause pod evictions and application failures. These 4 alerts form a solid foundation for Kubernetes monitoring and help you catch the most critical issues in your cluster. Slack is one of the most popular notification channels for alerts. To configure a Slack receiver, you need to create a webhook URL in your Slack workspace first. In the Receivers section, define a receiver named Slack Notifications. Under Slack Configs, specify the API URL you obtained from Slack. Set the channel to the Slack channel where you want alerts posted, such as the Alerts channel. The title uses a template to display the alert name dynamically. The text field uses another template to show the alert summary from the annotations. Finally, set send resolved to true so you receive notifications when alerts are resolved, giving you visibility into both problems and their resolution. Routing strategies allow you to send different alerts to different teams or channels based on severity. In this example, we set a default receiver that catches all alerts. Then, we define child routes that override this default for specific conditions. The first route matches alerts with severity critical and sends them to PagerDuty, ensuring your on-call team is immediately notified of urgent issues. The second route matches alerts with severity warning and sends them to your Slack notifications channel, where the team can review them during business hours. This tiered approach ensures critical alerts get immediate attention, while less urgent warnings don't create unnecessary pages. You can create as many routes as needed to match your team structure and incident response processes.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.